can differentiate concrete based on what state that comes to the construction site. So if the concrete is freshly made in the construction site and poured into the work, we can call it as in situ concrete. Whereas if a hardened concrete element produced somewhere else in a factory and it's transported to a construction site and get installed, because it comes as a pre-made, it's called as precast concrete. So what manufacturers do to produce this precast concrete is they try to accelerate the strength attainment doing some methods. The most common method of accelerating the strength is to subjecting the concrete to steam curing at an elevated temperature. What you see here in the left side picture, once again, let me turn on the point. Okay. Yeah. So what we see here in the left side picture is the curing enclosures where the poured concrete elements will be kept and steam cured. So you can see in the right side picture some stages of pre-curing. So the time difference between concrete poured into the formwork and the steam curing is getting initiated, the time difference is actually called pre-cure time or pre-steaming period. So at this time, the concrete will be in the ambient temperature, and then later it will be the temperature will be ramping up due to the steam is getting, the concrete is subject to steam curing. And then the concrete temperature is, the steam curing temperature is rising to a targeted temperature and then kept at a particular temperature, say for example, 50 or 60 degrees Celsius for a specific period of time, say like anywhere from 6 to 8 or 10 hours of time. And then after that, the temperature is actually getting ramped down to the ambient temperature and the concrete elements produced is stored until delivery. So what we can see here, why these people are doing this is to accelerate the strength attainment. In order to a precast manufacturer to be profitable, they have to manufacture concrete at faster rate and store and deliver. So it's an economic necessity to accelerate the strength attainment of precast concrete in a production factory line. So here is an example from an Australian precast manufacturer. Certainly not as simple as I saw in the previous example. Here we can see the concrete is kept at ambient temperature for 4 hours as a pre-cure time and then ramped up to 65 degrees Celsius at the rate of 20 degrees Celsius per hour. After it reaches the maximum temperature, it's ramped down to 55 degrees Celsius and then kept at 55 degrees Celsius for 8 long hours. This is actually the steam curing temperature for that particular curing cycle. But for this upright 55 degrees Celsius, the concrete actually reaches somewhere between 80 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. So as we can see here, 80 degree to 90 degrees Celsius, the concrete reached. So why concrete reaches goes up to 80 to 90 degrees Celsius for applied 55 degrees Celsius temperature? Because concrete hydration is an exothermic reaction. So the supplied external energy, heat energy, is acted as a catalyst for the hydration reaction. And so that the reactions are all accelerated and more heat is liberated or more heat is generated and not dissipated from the concrete. So why we have to bother about the concrete reaching a very high temperature? Because it alters the hydration rate, one thing, which we wanted actually, but also it alters the hydration products forms in the concrete system. So here in this lecture, we're going to see how this high temperature curing alters the one particular hydrate, which is ettringite, and how the ettringite forms at the different stages, or which is altered by this high heat curing temperature, can be deleterious to concrete.